MTP under the MTP Act. MTP rules were formed in 1975 as mandated by Section 6 of Mtp Act 1975 as mandated by Section 6 of Mtp Act 1971. Repealed in 2003, Rule of 10 of MTP Rules 2000. Then the new rules are called MTP Rules 2003. The MTP regulations were formed in 2003 as mandated by Section 5 of Mtp Act 1971. The conflict with the IPC: if a physician performs MTP, if a physician performs an abortion under the provision of the Act, then even if he violates any section of IPC, that is section 312 to 326, he will not guilty of any offense. Section 31. That is consent. Pregnant woman less than 18 or mentally ill, written consent of guardian is required. Section 324. Okay, Section 324. Mentally ill and less than 18. The pregnant more than 18 years can give consent. Section 34B. The consent of the husband is not legally required. However, if woman repeatedly undergoes undergoes MTP without consulting or informing her husband, he can get a divorce under cruelty clause, that is chapter 23. Chapter 23. It may amount to cruelty to husband. Case studies in 2007. A Delhi court granted divorce to Krishnan Chanda, whose Swiggy's conscious wife Kanda Devi repeatedly underwent MTP since their marriage in 1993 without informing him. Next case is Suman Kapura versus Sudhir Kapura. In 2009, the Supreme Court granted divorce under some grounds. Suman and Sudhir Kapura were married in Delhi on March 4, 1984 after being childhood friends since 1960. At the time of marriage, Suman was pursuing her PhD biochemistry department at AIMS. She was a career-oriented girl and repeatedly underwent abortion without informing her husband so that she could pursue her career. The trial court, High Court and Supreme Court all alleged with the husband's contention that repeatedly undergoing MTP without informing husband amount to cruelty and divorce was mens rea. Chapter 28 was not necessary. It cannot be a defense that the party whose conduct is in question had no intention or deliberate ill treatment on his part. If the ordinary sense of human affairs, the conduct could be otherwise regarded as cruelty. The next is who can terminate the pregnancy. Who can terminate the pregnancy? That is, anyone who has following experience and qualification in a 6-month house job in gynec, 1 year experience in the Department of Gynecology, holds MD or a diploma degree. If registered as a doctor before 1971, commencement of the Act must have experience of a 3-year in practice gynecology. Has assisted performance of a MTP, of which at least 5 must have been performed independently. With this experience, a doctor can terminate pregnancy only up to 12 weeks. Actually, again, there is amendment is acted in 2021. The MTP Act 1970 was amended by bringing 4 changes and consequently the new Act. The MTP Act 2021 came into force on March 2021 to reduce incidence of the illegal abortion and consequently maternal mortality and morbidity. Definition of termination pregnancy: a procedure to terminate a pregnancy by using a medical or surgical method. Duration of pregnancy: who is authorized to perform. Now the upper limit of termination of pregnancy has been increased from 20 weeks to 24 weeks. It depends upon the duration of pregnancy. Up to 20 weeks, only one RMB is required to terminate pregnancy up to 20th week. These doctors have a PG degree in a diploma, OBG, PG degree in obstetric and have completed 6-month or house residency in obstetric. Should have experience at least a hospital more than 1 year in the practice. After 20th week to 24th week, 2 RMB are required to terminate. After 20th 20th week up to 24th week. It should be reserved in few cases, that is rape survivors, victims of incest, differently abled women, for example, paralytic minors. Other vulnerable women, 2021, a 25-year-old of Manipur has a consensual sex with her partner, not her. She became pregnant and her partner denied to marry her. She approached to the Delhi court to terminate her 23 weeks plus 5 days pregnancy. Delhi High Court denied to grant permission of MTP to her. She then moved to Supreme Court. In July 2022, Supreme Court overruled the decision of the Delhi High Court and allowed her MTP, and added that an unmarried woman cannot be denied to right to abort unwanted pregnancy. That is section 31 of Mtp Act use the word her partner, not her husband, is used in this sense. So after this judgment, not all women, both married as well as unmarried women, are entitled to safe and illegal abortion of 20 to 24 weeks arising out of a consensual sex. The wife who conceived out of a non-consensual sex by their husband and the woman who conceived after separation or divorce are also consent to terminate pregnancy. The consent of the pregnant woman is more than 18 years, she can give consent for termination of pregnancy. Less than 18, she cannot give consent, and also the mentally ill person cannot give the consent. A written consent of her guardian is required. And next is consent of her husband is not required. But the Punjab and Haryana High Court ruled out that the wife is the best judge to decide whether she wants to continue her pregnancy or to get it aborted. But if a woman repeatedly undergoes NDP without consulting or informing husband, it amounts to cruelty to husband. He can take divorce. There are so many type of cases in which the court have granted divorce. The medical board shall consist of gynecologist, pediatrician, radiologist, onologist, or any other member notified by the state. The confidentiality, that is section 5A. No RMB shall reveal the name and other particulars of a woman whose pregnancy has been terminated under this act. However, we can disclose such information only to a person authorized by law. Whoever discloses such information without any reason will be punished up to 1 year or fine. Punishment section 5 Mtp Act 227 in three condition. When pregnancy is terminated by a person who is not RMB or who is not an RMB, and or who terminates pregnancy in a place other than the hospital established or maintained by the government. When pregnancy is terminated by any person being owner of the place which is not approved by the government. And next is a maintenance of records. The head of the hospital must maintain a register to recording the details of the admission of the woman for the termination of the pregnancy. Such he registers for a period of 5 years from the end of the calendar year. Maintain professional secrecy. Thank you.